The Roman Empire shaped history. One very important and practical element of making history is to be remembered. To be remembered for the ancient Romans was to be immortalized. Therefore, they went to great pains to make sure that they would be remembered. And what's more lasting than architecture? Squares, palaces, colonnades, and statues are witness to the grandeur of the empire of the Romans, and some buildings had a practical purpose. They recorded history themselves, just like photography does today. The Arch of Constantine, for example, situated in the Forum, was built by the first Roman emperor convert to Christianity, Constantine. It records the battle over Maxentius at the Milvian Bridge in 312. Detailed friezes show moments of the battle and the moment of victory. Similar to this, paintings like this one by Jan Matejko in the Vatican Museums commemorates the moment of victory of the Polish king John Sobieski over the Turks at Vienna. This quality is shared by both media, photography and painting, that is, to commemorate. In the Geographical Center of Rome, a new exhibition was recently opened, displaying one of the greatest Italian painters of history, Raphael. More precisely, it correlates him to two other masters and their relation in style. The name? Raphael, Barocci, and Parmigianino. Though many similarities exist between creating photos and painting, there is a fundamental difference.
La pittura rinascimentale è sempre una pittura di costruzione.
Renaissance painting is always an art of construction. It is a form of art that shows an idea that always originates in the head of the author. Photography has something much more immediate. In a certain way, it has something much more authentic, a much more natural characteristic in relation to reality. But also she is fruit of the choice of the photographer. It has an immediate character that is neither present in drawing nor in painting of the Renaissance, where every detail and every part is constructed by the artist to create a context in which the figures are inserted.
Particolare è costruito per il contesto nel quale la figura è inserita.
One of these elements is the gaze of the figure, the element that gives name to the exhibit about Raphael, Barocci, and Parmigianino.
In this exhibition, we show the relation that exists between the three great artists, how they were influenced, how Raphael influences the paintings of Barocci and Parmigianino, and how the gaze of each of them has transformed the way in which we as onlookers judge the art of their time. All three of them have, in their time, received inspirations from antiquity. All three of them used drawing as a mediation between the inspiration that moved their hands and the head and the artistic execution of their work.
La loro testa e la realizzazione dell'opera d'arte.
Raphael is a master painter of the Renaissance and is known for the originality of his work. He even introduced new elements to the craft.
Raphael, as the first one, burned the bridges of the 14th century portrait tradition and invented a completely new image, with his self-portrait, which stems from the Uffizi collection. Raphael was also an innovator insofar as he involved the viewer into the scenes on display. The crossing of the lines that go beyond the drawing of the painting draws in a certain way the spectator to the inside.
Che in qualche modo avvolge il visitatore.
One of the drawings is the deposition of Christ after his crucifixion. It is symbolic for the artist's innovations.
Chiaramente ispirato da uno
It is surely inspired by an iconographic scheme present in the ancient art, especially shown in sarcophagi. But in the relation to these ancient models, the innovation of Raphael wins by an innovative position of perspective of the figures shown in full body and 3/4 of the body. He manages to make the spectator part of the painting, as if he was present in the scene with his body, at the scene of the disposition of Christ's body in this case. This inclusion is very suggestive, since the gazes of the faces of all present figures draw the participation in a magnificent way. The most emblematic character of Raphael are these two elements: the involvement of the context and the involvement of the emotions that we want to explain with this exhibit.
È più comprensibile di Raffaello che abbiamo voluto raccontare in questa mostra.
The exhibition features over 70 works and is open until mid-January.